Hello to my all viewers and my dear students, how are you all? Today I am going to teach you Computer Class 5 Video 2 Chapter 1 Evolution of Computers. In this chapter previously we studied about the development of computers and abacus and many other calculating devices. So we will continue this chapter. First of all, let's see who is known as the father of computer. So Charles Babbage is known as the father of computer. He invented two mechanical computers. One name was difference engine and second name was analytical engine. Difference engine. It was developed by Charles Babbage in 1822. It was capable of solving sets of numbers and making hard copies of the result. You can see the picture of difference engine here, how it looks. Second is analytical engine. Analytical engine, it looks like this. It was also developed by Charles Babbage, English mathematician, in 1833. It had 5 units: input, output, store, mill and control. These units worked like modern computers. All computers are now used are based on it. Nowadays computer use input, processing and output. At that time also analytical engine used input, output, store, mill and control. Store was used to store the information, mill was the calculator and control unit was used to control all the functions. So this was the work of analytical engine. Boolean logic. As all of you know that computer understands only machine code, machine language, that is 0 and 1. Means 1 represent on and 0 represents off. So this logic of 0 and 1 was represented by Boolean, George Boole. On his name, Boolean logic, we got English mathematician he was. He realized that complex mathematical problems can be solved by reducing them to a series of questions either having a positive result or negative result. He linked with the binary number system and presented positive result by 1 and negative result by 0. This theory of Boolean logic became fundamental principle for the design of computer circuitry on which computer works the principle of 0 and 1. So this was the Boolean logic. Tabulating machine. Herman Hollerith, an American statistician, invented a machine called tabulating machine. It was capable of reading data, processing it, giving the desired output. The input was given through punch cards. The punch cards were used to record and store data and information. This is the tabulating machine. Mark first. Howard Enkin was the primary engineer in IBM company who developed automatic sequence controlled calculator, the Mark I in 1994. It was capable of executing long computations automatically. ENIAC, Electronic Numerical Integrated N Computer, the first general purpose computer invented by John Mauchly and J. Presper Eckert in 1946. It consists of 18,000 vacuum tubes and was 1,000 times more faster than Mark I. It could add two large number in 2 microseconds. So it was very fast than the earlier computer Mark I. EDSEC, EDSEC, EDSEC was Electronic Delay Storage Calculator, designed by Sir Morris at the University of Cambridge on 6 May 1949. This computer ran the first graphical nicknamed Baby. So this was the computer. Then EDVEC, one more. This was the successor of ENIAC, means this was developed by the same designers, John Mauchly and Presper Eckert. This computer was called acronym EDVEC, means Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer. It was presented in front of public in 1947 The machine should be able to hold any program in its memory that was fed to it, so it was able to store information. This would be possible because Advance was going to have more internal memory than any other computing device to date. In other words, it was a multi-purpose computer. So it was having large internal memory than previous computers. You can look the picture of HVAC also. UNIVAC first. UNIVAC first, Universal Automatic Computer, first general purpose electronic digital computer, designed for business applications in United States, designed by J. Presper Eckert and John Mauchly, the inventors of ENIAC again. The UNIVAC was used for general purpose computing with large amount of input and output. First computer to handle both, it can handle numeric as well as text, and equipped with magnetic tapes and used buffer memories. So you can see the picture of this UNIVAC first. The size of this computer was also reduced too much. Now we will see the generations of computers. There are the different generations of computer. So we have divided the generation of computers into 5 parts. So that normally there are 5 generations of computer. So we will see first generation computers. The computers which were invented during 1942 to 1955, they are considered as first generation computer. You can see the picture of first generation computer also. Here, 2 persons are working on first generation computer. Some features of first generation computer, they were based on vacuum tubes, depend on machine language. So first generation computers were depend on machine language, means the machine code 0 and 1, and it can solve only one problem at a time. Input was based through punch cards and paper tapes. Output was displayed on printouts. Monitors were not there. Input, they were used through punch cards, and output on printouts. Slow, these computers were slow, expensive, very large in size as you saw in picture, and consumed a lot of electricity. Examples are given over here: UNIVAC, ENIAC and ADVAC. So these are the examples of first generation computer. Now see the second generation computer. Here you can see the size is reduced compared to first generation computer. So second generation computer, the computers which invented between 1955 to 1964. Features of second generation computer: in first generation computer we used vacuum tubes. In second generation vacuum tubes are replaced by transistors. So transistors were used in second generation computers. They were dependent on magnetic tapes. Instead of machine language in earlier first generation computer we used machine language 0 and 1, but in this assembly language was used, which allow user to give instructions in words. Fortran, COBOL, basic language were used. These were the language used to do the programming, and assembler was used to translate the program into machine language further on later on. Punch cards and paper tapes for input and output was presented on printouts as in first generation computer. These computers were faster, cheaper, smaller and more efficient than the first generation computer, more capable. Examples are IBM 1794, IBM 1400 series and CDC 164, etc. Third generation computer. The computers invented between 1964 to 1975. You can see in pictures, and they are more smaller than second generation computer and faster also than the previous 2 generations. So some features: in first vacuum tubes, second transistors, in third ICs were used, integrated circuits, main technology. magnetic disk for storage. These computers were small, huge storage capacity. They were having high speed and reliability than previous ones. Means you can trust more than the previous two generation computers. More trustable. Keyboard were used as an input device in third generation computers, monitors, printer as output device. Earlier in two generation what we used paper tapes for input and we used printouts for the outputs. But in this third generation computer we got keyboard for input device and as an output device we got monitor and printer. Examples are IBM 370, Apple 1, IBM 360, UNIVAC 1108, UNIVAC AC 9000, etc. These are the examples of third generation computer. Fourth generation computer. So the computers which were invented after 1975, they are called fourth generation computers. In starting, the computers were invented just like this. You can see in the picture, there is a CPU, monitor and the keyboard of very old style. So fourth generation computer, let's see some of the features. These were based on very large scale integration circuit called microprocessor. So microprocessors were used in the fourth generation computer. First vacuum tube, in second we use transistors, third we use IC and fourth we used microprocessors. High capacity magnetic disk to store data were used in this. Input through keyboard, mouse and scanner. So mouse and scanner was also invented during this time, and beside monitor, printer, new devices like speaker, plotter were also added to this. They can be linked to share data and storage capacity. So networking was also possible in fourth generation computer. Decreased size, the size was decreased, and increased efficiency. The capacity also increased of fourth generation computer than other previous three generation computers. These were portable, more reliable, more trustable, cheapest among all four generations. These were the cheapest computers. Examples: Apple, Macintosh, IBM PC, etc. Now you will see the fifth generation computer. From fourth onwards, fourth generation computer we are using till now, laptops and other devices. Now fifth generation computer, you have seen the example of Amazon Alexa on TV many times. Alexa sing a song, Alexa clap for me, and many other things. So what is fifth generation? We are still working on fifth generation computer, and the fifth generation computer is artificial technology where computers can able to think and react in the same way as human being like us. They behave, they react, they think. Examples of such applications are voice recognition. Nowadays we have developed Apple Siri or Amazon Alexa. You ask anything to Amazon Alexa and it will do for you, suppose to sing a song, to clap or to give any information. So understanding language, understanding human language as an input. The goal of fifth generation computer is to develop such devices that respond to human natural language input and imitate to human reasoning. Basic characteristics of computer. As you studied in your previous classes also, the characteristics of computer: first, its speed. It works very fast. It takes only few seconds for calculation that we take hours to complete. You will be surprised to know that computer can perform more than 10 lakh of instructions, even more per second. Therefore, we determine the speed of computer in terms of microseconds 10 to 6 part of the second, or nanosecond 10 to the power 9 part of the second. From this you can imagine how fast your computer performs. Accuracy, the degree of accuracy is very high and every calculation is performed with the same accuracy. Means whatever work you do, you will get the accurate correct answer. Diligence, a computer is free from tiredness. It do not get tired. Suppose I am doing work, I get tired, but as a human being, but computer do not get tired. It never says no, I am tired now, I will not do the work, I want some rest. So It works non-stop, as you see on the railway station reservation counters. Computer works for very long time and continuously they work. So they never says that they are tired. So diligence, versatility means, it means the capacity of performing completely different types of work. You may use your computer to prepare payroll slips. Next moment you may use for inventory management, to play songs, to play games, to watch movies, to create a presentation. So can perform different types of work. If you will see other characteristics, so first is speed, it works very fast. Second is accuracy, it gives accurate correct result. Third, diligence, it never gets tired. Fourth, versatility means it is able to perform different types of work. Then power of remembering, whatever you store on your computer, whatever information, it is stored and you can recall as long as you require it for number of years. It depends entirely upon you how much data you want to store in computer and when to lose or retrieve this data. So it can remember, means you can store your data permanently. Computer is a dumb machine, it cannot do any work without instruction from the user. So no IQ, it has no IQ. No feeling, it has no feeling also. No feeling, no taste, no knowledge, no experience. It works only on the basis of our instructions. Storage, has computer has built-in storage memory where it can store large amount of data. You can also store data in secondary storage devices such as floppies, CDs, pen drives, hard disk, etc. where can be kept outside your computer and can be carried to other computers. Limitations. If you see limitations, first, computer can perform the task you ask it to do. It cannot do any work by its own. A computer cannot generate information by itself. If you give computer wrong data, it will give you the wrong answer, wrong information. Means it cannot recognize whether the input is correct or wrong. It works according to you. Computer are unable to correct wrong instructions. So if you will go with wrong instructions, computer cannot correct by itself. It will work according to you. So these are the things. Your first chapter is complete. In next video I will give question answers and exercise. If you have any query, doubt regarding any of the topic or chapter, you can contact me. My name is Sandesh Masi and WhatsApp number is 8057692618. Stay home, stay safe, have a nice day. Goodbye.